Beyond the Wild.
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Beyond the Wild podcast. This is a new series that we've talked about doing for quite some time, doing some in the field podcasts. So it'll be more of a short, but little disclaimer, please forgive some of the background noise. We are at the lodge and there's just a lot of activity going on around us, but we still wanted to go ahead and give this a try. So we are coming to you live. Well, it won't be live for you, but from the Pantanal. And I'm going to let Jimmy, who's been our host and tour leader this trip, explain a little bit about the trip and do a little bit of an introduction.
Like Jason said, we are in Brazil's beautiful Pantanal right now. This is a beautiful region for wildlife photography. The main goal of this trip was to get jaguars, to photograph jaguars, but as we will be discussing throughout this podcast, I'm sure, we saw so much more than jaguars, but the main goal were the beautiful cats. So we've been down here for just over 7 days now, and we spent 7 full days on the water in a boat looking for jaguars each day and stopping all along the way for pretty much anything that moved. A lot of birds, a lot of other mammals, reptiles, everything. And each night we come back, we stay at our wonderful lodge here, and the next day we start it all over again.
So we'll do quick introductions from everybody, and I'm going to start asking some questions. So we'll start the first question with Amber. Amber, introduce yourself real quick.
My name is Amber Favorite, and I live in Florida.
And that was very brief. I like it. What was your favorite encounter on this trip?
My favorite encounter was the day that we had 3 jaguars in the tree. And the best part of that was when the last one kind of just pounced into the water, and you got the big splash, and everybody was just sitting there waiting for that moment. And I think we all got it.
We all got it, and we were all waiting and hoping that she came up with a caiman or something, right? But
absolutely. She came up with nothing, but
yeah, still incredible, right?
It was the pounce out of the tree that we've all been waiting for what was that, day 5? Maybe?
Yeah. Day 5 was the day of the trees, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Kelly's been on the podcast before. Never on video, though, so this is a first. But
Kelly Homer from Highland, Utah.
brief. I love it. So, Kelly, same question to you.
It would probably the jaguars in one of the trees that we did. It was probably one of the dream shots I was looking for when we came.
Right.
Tough choice, though. There's lots of possibles on that.
Boy, this has been one of those trips, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Shots that we didn't even think of getting that were incredible. Yeah. So, Andrew
Sigmiller from Orem, Utah. Keep it brief as well.
Same question to you, yes, sir.
I think my favorite day, the only day we really saw a jaguar up that other river. Found her in a really, really, really heavily jungled area, and watching her walk along that bank, and she swam out to that little island and popped her head up with all the flowers around her. That was something else over there.
Right. And how about that wide angle shot we got of her, right?
Yeah, that
with the
poking her head out of the grass.
Yeah, right. Yep.
That was just a beautiful morning. We had beautiful light. The jungle through there was absolutely gorgeous, and that morning really stuck out to me.
That's awesome. And many of you know Lydia. Lydia's been on the podcast before as well, but I don't think you've been on the Beyond the Wild podcast, have you?
I don't know.
You were on the Wild and Exposed, I think, before. But anyways, Lydia.
So I'm Lydia Ripplinger, and I'm from Payson, Utah. Of course, the jaguars are the coolest, awesomest parts of the whole trip, the whole experience. But I was blown away with the bird life.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'd heard people say, oh, there's lots of birds. There's lots of avian activity, and you get a lot of cool species and stuff, but I had no idea that it would be quite as abundant as it was. And more than that, just the amount of incredible shot opportunities. Yeah. They were always on perfect perches, and they're flying around, and they're hunting, they're interacting with each other, and the colors and the light. Yeah. I think all the time. We found a little pygmy kingfisher. He's a kingfisher. It's this big, and he was inside of this bush. And he was all tucked in there, so we're all rocking the boat. We're running around in the boat. Everybody's trying to find a hole through, trying to find an angle. And we all found this one little tunnel where you could get in and actually see the kingfisher, and the reflection of the light from the water up onto him, it was the coolest.
Yeah, that's
I keep thinking about that one.
yeah, that's great. I love it.
Oh,
And
I
I
love
have
it.
to admit, Lydia and the rest of the folks here have converted me to even more of a birder on this trip. So we had some incredible encounters, and the kingfishers that were so tolerant.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
with
everywhere.
fish in their mouths and yeah, everywhere. Yeah,
Well, we're all going home with more bird shots because Lydia was here.
absolutely. That's a
Absolutely.
for
And
sure.
I'm
We
proud
wouldn't
of-
taken as many.
Very
We had-
proud of.
If this wasn't the Jaguar tour, it would definitely be the Kingfisher tour.
Yeah, right.
And it would have been worth it just for the
Absolutely.
kingfisher, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
nowhere have I ever been where you could get this close to kingfishers.
And there's many
Um,
different
all
kinds,
the different species.
Yeah.
different species, and tolerant, and on every perch.
They're huge.
And half of them
Yeah.
had fish in their mouths.
Mhm.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, how big would you think? Not the belted kingfisher, but the one bigger than that. What size? Pigeon size?
Oh, he was big.
Oh,
king.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
big.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
That was cool, right?
Huge.
So the biggest kingfisher to the smallest, right?
that's right.
I mean,
That's right.
Mhm.
teeny.
Yeah, we
so-
got pigmy to Andrew. What's the
What was
name?
it called again?
Oh, I'm blanking on his name now that we're in front of the camera.
Andrew was our master bird
Stripe.
identifier.
Straight. No, that was the heron. I'm blanking on the name in front of the camera.
But he was huge. He was like
He's
bigger
huge.
than a pigeon.
So big, but it looks like a belted kingfisher, but just ginormous.
Right.
I want to say collared, but that doesn't feel right.
I want to say striped.
Yeah.
But it was incredible. You're
Yeah.
right. The birds were unreal. The
Yeah.
herons and
Yeah, how many species are we at?
yeah,
For birds, I think we're right at about 100 now.
yeah. That's
Different
what-
species.
That's unreal.
That's so amazing. What a place.
And
Yeah.
thanks to Lydia for saying, "Hey, kingfisher, and let's go." Because we were like at first, and then get over there and like, "Ooh, that light's really good."
Yeah,
Ooh.
these guys love to come.
And then all the whole boat's shooting away, you know. So yeah,
Yeah. We got a kingfisher with a crab.
Yeah.
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 Is that probably the most unusual?
Yeah, I think-
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and thanks to
Awesome.
Andrew for keeping a running list.
Yeah.
All those birds.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So Jimmy and I are not gonna answer these questions because we are gonna do a full blown rundown of the trip on another with the whole podcast team. So we're just gonna go back to you, Amber, with what's the one thing on this trip that you didn't have with you that you would bring next time.
Can I do two things?
Sure. Sure.
The number one thing would be a lip balm or chapstick with sunscreen in it
Yeah.
because my lips just got fried the first day.
Amen.
Yeah, and the second thing I would bring a seat cushion because the seat was just you're sitting the whole time in the boat and just a little flat little stadium seat cushion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been fantastic.
It's a good call. I like that, and I would have done the same thing on that for sure. A stadium seat or just a little
Yep.
pad of something.
Yeah.
Because the boats are nice and the seat's nice, but you're on your butt a lot.
Yeah.
All day long.
Because
Yeah.
it was so awesome that we were able to be out from sun up to sundown.
Yep.
It's fantastic, but since you're on a boat, you're just sitting.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a long time for your butt.
Those are good ads. I like it.
Especially a bony butt like mine.
All right, we're gonna jump. We'll mix it up a little bit. Lydia, what's your
Oh.
one or two things?
So number one would be the lip balm. I've never had the sun here. It blew my mind.
Yeah.
I've been in some hot places, but this took the cake.
Yeah.
As
It's also
far
the
as-
sun coming off the water.
Yeah, the intensity.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was definitely need a lot of sunscreen, right?
It hurt us.
Yeah. And the other thing that I would have brought was more memory cards. I had no idea like we were gonna be shooting so much all the time. Like I think I'm at 2.5 terabytes
Wow,
from this trip.
that's. So Lydia had just mentioned that she had used about 2.5 terabytes
About 2.5, yep.
of data.
So I should have brought more memory cards or a hard drive or something. I just brought my big cards and called it good
Right. That's amazing.
next time.
More cards. Okay, Andrew, what would you bring?
I gotta keep it really original and agree with Lydia. I would have brought more cards. I didn't go through all my cards, but boy, I came close.
Yeah.
And I may have been holding back a little bit on some of those last shoots, thinking, we're getting a little close to the finish line here. And then I would have brought a full brimmed hat. As we've all talked about, sun protection out here was foremost. That sun beats you up. It is
hot.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring a full brimmed hat. I would have liked to have a full brimmed hat.
Yeah, that was
So-
money to have that for sure. And I know people probably made fun of me. I don't care. I was much more
In that
comfortable
heat, it
with
was
the
worth
shade.
it, right?
Yeah.
It was worth the jokes.
Yeah. The 80s wants my hat back. I don't care.
Yep.
All the locals use ball caps.
Yeah.
They just have their whole head covered with the.
Yeah, and I kept the
Gator.
buff up the whole
Gator
time and
buff,
had my
yeah.
face covered the whole time, but
It really
more
was-
sun
It
protection.
really wasn't bad when you get going in the boat. Right?
Yeah, it was just
once you get that airflow, but as soon as you
The
the
stop,
moments you're waiting
at all,
for
yeah,
something.
the heat. But yeah, as soon as you stop, the heat just hits you.
Cooks you.
Yeah, the sun's beating down on you all the time.
You just have to look like a mummy the whole time.
Yeah.
With your hat, your face covering, your hands with
Well, it
gloves
was-
on.
It was those moments like waiting for that jaguar to jump out of the tree. We knew it was going to be amazing, and you're not going to leave,
Yeah.
but you're sitting there in the sun,
There's
just
no
getting
option.
cooked,
Right.
and
Right.
you don't want to leave, but it was hot. And
Dripping
so
with sweat. And,
Yeah.
That
I
looked
definitely
Like,
would have brought more sun protection, just kind of across the board.
they all looked like goofy ninjas waiting for something to happen.
Yep.
We need a cooler with just water in it so we can just dunk our head.
Yeah.
Pull it out.
Kelly,
That
what
would
did
have
you
been
bring?
helpful.
Sorry,
Mark
I'm-
cards.
More
Mark
cards.
cards. I was pretty happy with my gear, but I only travel with cards at one of my trips, and I've never ever ran short. But I was down to a couple of ultra slow SD cards,
Mm.
and I needed more Type A Express.
Good point. Bring all your memory.
That's a
All-
good problem.
Buy
yeah.
more
It is.
memory.
Bring all the memory and then buy a few
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you got enough, you don't.
That's when you know you're on the right trip.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're all probably around 2 terabytes. Probably don't you think?
Yeah, I bet
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
close
say
to what,
2
like
terabytes.
2.5-ish.
I brought
They're
3
good.
terabytes, and I got pretty close to that.
The guys that
So,
shoot video a lot eat up and burn up more.
yeah,
Andrew, you weren't shooting any video, right?
I shot hardly any video.
Yeah.
3 terabytes of photos.
I
That's-
think I finished off at about 2.5,
Yeah,
and
saying
so
something.
I brought 3, and
That's a lot of photos, man.
yeah.
Someone's got to go through those.
They're gonna live on my hard drive for a while because that's a daunting task looking at that many photos. So
Well, and you shoot more.
I'm
right,
excited to
because
relive it.
Of the motion of the boat.
Yeah.
Sometimes you let it rip a little longer to make sure you got.
Yeah, I was definitely being.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
I was shooting a lot, trying to compensate for the motion of the boat.
Yeah.
Definitely,
that was a whole new experience.
yeah. It was difficult to. The first day was pretty chaotic for me.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out the motion of the boat, and by the second or third day, I felt pretty comfortable with it. But that first day, I was hammering down on that shutter, just letting them fly, hoping something was coming out sharp.
I probably shot 800, 900 videos, maybe more.
Wow.
A lot of video.
Yeah. Okay,
Hard space.
we'll stay with you.
Okay.
And what's the one shot you didn't get that would make you come back?
Oh man, we kind of got everything I had ever hoped to see and then some, but we didn't see a jaguar actually catch something.
Yeah.
We watched them hunt every day. We saw them attempt and chase things and jump on things, but we never actually saw one make a kill.
Yeah.
And that was the big one for me, was seeing one with its prey, and there's no way to control that.
Yeah.
But that's the shot that'll keep me coming back, was a jaguar with prey.
Yeah.
And of any kind, whether it be a capybara or a caiman or an iguana. We
Yeah.
saw a jaguar try to grab an iguana at one
Wasn't that
point.
cool?
That
That
was
was
so
awesome. And we all just watched it happen.
Yeah. Because we had no idea.
Nobody shot.
Is he actually going to do it? And then it was like, oh,
Oh.
he
Our-
did.
Our
Dang
guide
it.
told us exactly where to look.
Exactly
He's
what was
going
gonna
to go
happen.
after that iguana.
Yep.
We couldn't see the cat. We didn't know what was going on. And then all of a sudden, he just busts
There he was.
right out of the bush
Yep.
and does exactly what our guide told us it was.
Uh-huh.
And we all just looked at each other and
Chased
laughed.
it right in the water.
We just laughed about it because
Yeah, directly
we knew it was
toward
coming.
head
But
on.
yeah, so a jaguar with some kind of prey. That would be the shot that keeps me coming back.
Nice. Kelly?
You know, it's a good trip, and that's the only shot we can come up with.
Right.
We literally got everything else we wanted,
I know.
except a jaguar with like some kind of a kill.
Yeah.
I would like to have seen a caiman with something. A caiman with a fish.
Yes. We
we-
did see it came with a fish, but we didn't get.
Well, it
We
was
never had a face in the
he
wrong
never came out of the
direction.
water
Yeah,
in his
right.
own, but yeah, a good caiman with some kind of fish or something would have been cool. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'd come back even if I didn't get those again.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many other opportunities, and there's so many
Totally.
things that most of the shots I got that I'm really going to like are ones I wasn't planning on getting.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more of that to be had here.
And how about the light, right? Let's just talk about that real quick. Like, as Andrew mentioned this early on, and it was incredible how we felt like we had shootable light all day.
all day.
Like, I mean, it was harsh, but it was shootable, which is kind of weird. I mean, at home, we'd be done at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning for sure, and you wouldn't pick up your camera again until 4 or 5 in the afternoon, right? And here, like, we were taking midday shots thinking this is a waste of time, and look, and it's like, wow, this is incredible.
It's the only place I've never seen heat haze.
Yeah.
I think I got heat haze twice.
Yeah.
But then we would drift closer to whatever we were shooting, and the heat haze was gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it was
the
good
atmospherics are incredibly easy to work with. You can shoot all day long.
Yep. And a nice sneak peek. There's a reason that we can shoot all day long because we're on the river all day long. We'll talk more about that in the follow up because that's a big part of why this trip was so successful too. I think so. Amber.
You know, I don't have anything original to say because I want a jaguar with a caiman in its mouth
Yep.
or something else, or a caiman with a fish in its mouth. I mean, that's the only thing that you could say that we didn't get. So we could follow the motto: if it doesn't eat it, delete it. And that's a lot of our problems.
Right.
We don't have anything to edit now.
That's an interesting motto. I've never heard that. I like this. And I actually think what Lydia might say here, I think it might be different, and I'm glad because I don't disagree. But go ahead, what do you think?
No, well,
Well, no, I'm not. This is
she
you.
does have different-
What's your shot that you didn't get that you want?
I actually have two.
Okay, cool.
I really want more birds in flight.
Oh yeah.
I didn't focus enough on that. I got lots of perch stuff and it was incredible, but I want more in flight. Number two, I want some cubs.
I knew it.
I want more of the shots of the life. I want the interactions. I want to see them talking to each other and playing with each other. And
Yeah.
I want more of that.
We did get
For
some
sure.
talking and playing, a little different kind of playing.
Yeah. Oh, we did get
Yeah.
some. We got some life creation
Yeah,
shots.
yeah.
And that was great. I love that. And I want more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
the
was cool.
interaction between the
Yep.
cats. That was fantastic.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Lydia made that comment while we were on the boat, and it really kind of hit me. We're all wanting the death and the destruction and
The
the
violence.
and she's like, I want more of the life and the pretty side of it, the general things that they do, the interactions and that. It's like, that's a really good point.
Yeah, both are cool.
Right?
And a lot of their interactions are violent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah,
Even that was violent.
Even
Right?
that was violent.
Yeah.
and it's really cool and it's neat to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, nature's pretty brutal, and it is. And it's fun to try and capture the softer side.
It's a good point. I think it's something for all of us to continue to think about for sure. So, okay, well, I think that's it, guys. Did I miss anybody? Anybody have any parting things to say?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say that it's been a fantastic trip because I really only knew Lydia and Andrew and getting to know you guys and know about your families and it's just been an incredible experience and friends for life.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Lydia did a good job of making sure we all had those kind of conversations when we spent all that time on the boat. So thank you for that too.
Yeah, for sure.
She'd start asking questions, and it started a whole conversation, which was good. So got to know each other better.
Fun crew.
Yeah, for sure.
Wonderful people.
And got to know our boat driver too. I mean,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
an incredible
Oh my heck, yeah.
man! Oh my goodness.
Like, how can you? Yeah, we can't end this without talking
No,
about him.
please do.
Oh yeah.
Like, he was mind-blowingly good. Like, he knew what he was doing. He knew how to get you in position. He knew when to get close, and he knew when to stay out of the crowd and anticipate the motion.
He knew
That's
exactly where
cat
the
was
jaguar.
He knew
would be.
what
He knew the
angle.
behavior, like
Yeah,
forward
he
and
could
back.
read out everything, all their moves. When everybody else was going this way, he's like, he's gonna come down
Yeah.
down the beach. He's gonna come out here, and he's gonna go to that spot. And I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But then
And
it did.
It did.
Well,
Every
yeah.
time.
Yeah, our guy literally made this trip what it was, and he could, like you guys all said, he could read it, but he put us in the position for the shot. How many times? Like the boats,
every day,
the boats are by the Jaguar. There's a big, gang of boats, and we're clear back here waiting. And then he would see something and put us in spot, and we get the shot.
Yep.
It was incredible. So it matters who your driver is,
Yeah.
who you
and-
come with to
Right,
the
I was gonna
Pantanal.
say, because the driver's incredible, but he only spoke Portuguese, so we wouldn't have been able to communicate with him without Jimmy
Yeah,
to be there interpreting and creating that whole community. So that was
Absolutely. And if you see
was
like
everything.
other people's videos with so many people on the boat, thank goodness that that was not the experience that you gave us. It was perfect. We had space. We could move.
Yep.
Yep.
It's
we all had
it
a
was-
whole row to ourselves.
Yeah.
How many times would we leave a cougar? I'm saying it. That's going to be the bane of the trip. How many times would we leave a Jaguar jam, and we'd be like, "What are we doing?" And he'd go take us find our own cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It was incredible.
At 3:30.
Yeah.
At 3:30.
3:30 every day.
3:30 Jaguar.
Yeah.
Jaguar.
Jaguar 30. And with beautiful light.
Yeah.
We have to mention he also knew all the best pee places too.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for that.
Thank goodness for that.
Oh, it's great. Well, on that note, all right, we'll go ahead and end this. Stay tuned for a follow-up with Jimmy and the rest of the podcast crew to hear a lot more of the details about the trip and maybe how this is something you could find yourself doing in the future,
If you're lucky.
if you're lucky.
Thank
Thank you, everybody.
you.
Thank you. Cool.
And that's a wrap for another episode of Beyond the Wild podcast. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Pictureline.com, your online source for everything photography, and Canon USA.